Ella pulled up outside her grandma's house and sighed. The house was a beautiful 1904-built colonial in a village in upstate New York. Ella had grown up coming to this house every summer and school break. It was her second home. She wasn't ready to clean it out and get it ready to sell, but her grandma had died over a month ago, and it was time. She got out of the car and walked up to the house. She could hear her cousins, Matt and Ryan, talking loudly over the music blasting through their grandma's built-in speakers. Their grandma, Josephine, had been a music and art connoisseur, and their grandpa, Elliot, had been an acoustics engineer. Their house had the best sound system that Ella had ever seen in a home, and was filled to the brim with art and trinkets. "Hey, how can you hear yourselves thinking this?" Ella yelled as she walked in. "Ella!" Matt picked her up in a bear hug before she could run away, both of them laughing and reverting immediately back to childhood. "My goodness, Matt, you're going to break her back." Matt's wife, Mary, came into the entryway, shaking her head as Matt put Ella back down. Ella hugged Mary and Ryan, following them into the kitchen to grab some coffee before getting started. It had been a month since the funeral and was the first time the four of them were getting together. Matt, Ella, and Ryan were the three oldest cousins and the only adults. Matt and Ryan's mom was Josephine's oldest, and Ella's mom was the second-born. The other aunts had been born 8 and 10 years later, and had only just started having kids. To take some of the pressure off of their moms, Matt, Ryan and Ella had all agreed at the funeral to take care of cleaning out the house before it went on the market. They'd decided to all stay at the house for the weekend, crashing in the living room on the couches and sleeping bags for nostalgia's sake. "Okay," Ella said once they'd caught up and made a loose plan for the weekend. "I'll get started upstairs in Grandma's loft. Lunch in 3 hours." They all dispersed to their separate rooms to start sorting through all of their grandma's possessions. Ella opened the door to the loft, which was technically the attic. It was a beautiful attic, sun streamed through the skylight that her grandfather had installed, and when she closed the door, the music from 2 floors down faded away. Being an acoustic engineer, her grandfather had soundproofed the attic, so her grandma could have one room in the house with complete silence. Ella walked in and looked around. Despite not painting for at least a year due to her hand tremors, Ella knew her grandma still loved coming up here. This was where she had died, sitting on the armchair in the corner, peacefully in her sleep. Any other circumstances, Ella would have been creeped out by the thought of someone dying in this room, but something about it being her grandma was comforting. She could almost sense her grandma's presence in the room. Ella spent the